Hey you, so on this video, coins I'm no longer stacking. I'm going to be going over just that. And it's going to be focusing on some coin series that I highly doubt that I will be getting involved with moving forward in the future. Now I'm going to be highlighting two of the main culprits here, which are going to be, as you can see here, the Perf Mint Luna and the Perf Mint Kookaburra coins. Now, I say stacking because it's purely that. Once upon a time, I would have picked up these coins in large quantities because of the opportunities I thought they would give me. But moving forward, I'll be touching upon a few of the reasons as to why I don't think they offer the same opportunities. And I mean, this is a very recent decision at the time of releasing this video. Even the beginning of this year, we could be looking at, for instance, some of these Perf Mint coins. These come from the free coin display case, these dragons here. I would have been eagerly awaiting the new design reveal, you know, and just taking it from there and just thinking of ways to maybe capitalize on picking up some of these coins in quantity and flipping them sooner than later. For me, whenever I'm getting a coin, especially paying a premium on a collector coin, it's not because I purely like the coin and I want it for the collector, you know, incentives that go with that. I've mentioned this before. For collectors, it's you know, business as usual. You see a coin, you like it, you pick it up. You're purely getting that because it's part of your hobby and you're a collector. I've always mentioned I'm more of a cowboy investor and that I want to be able to sell that coin sooner than later for a profit. With these coins here, I'd say the number one impact that I've seen that's really going to be affecting resale for me, once again, my own thoughts and opinions here, is that I see the mint, especially the Perf Mint, always having to take radical course of action just to, you know, spice some things up and switch things up a little. So with the Perf Mint, for instance, with the Kookaburra coins, you once had these coming in at 300,000, so 300k. And they upped that to 500,000. But when they upped that, they also discontinued the 2-ounce kookaburras that they done once upon a time. So they altered their mintage and their lineup. Now, in the times, they was able to up it from 300. I believe at one point, the kookaburras were going to be 1 million. So that's how good things were with the boys down in Perth. Now, I wouldn't say it's bad because they're still selling out. I mean, currently at 500k on the 1-ounce coins, for the Kookaburra coins, they're still selling out. Now, are they officially selling out, or are they wink wink selling out and holding a large backstock and just, you know, backdooring dealers later on down the line? Who knows? You know, I'm sure only Perth do. But these coins are selling out, and as I was saying with the Kookaburras, they're able to shift more and more of them, but they're adjusting their lineup. And the same is with the Luna coins. I believe they're at, what are they at now? 300k. It's the 1-ounce I'm referring to when I'm giving these mintage numbers. So they're selling those out. For me, why I'm turned off from these coins now is that we have better offerings in terms of mintage. Now, it is playing a role, and I'm looking at it from an investment point, but technically the same way the mints are looking at it, in that lower numbers now, you know, i.e. these low numbers are what pulls more in and keeps things spicy as we look at these 5-ounce high relief Kookaburra coins. Now, the mints have done that for a reason. It has, you know, revitalized. They've even having to take drastical actions where they're limiting a lot of their customers from once upon a time being able to really stock up on the coins. But once you compare any one of the new lineups, from the emus to the Birds of Paradise to the Swan coins to, you know, these mintages where we're looking at, I believe 500k on the Kookaburra coins, and these are the old ones, and I'll be talking on why I think these still offer better opportunities than the current new ones. And then these Luna coins, it's the normal bullion I'm referring to here, with a mintage of 300,000. On the new releases, you're talking at under 100k. It's going to be, you know, it's a fixed fight, because, and I'm just going strictly off of mintages. Now, this is what anybody does when you're looking at it from an investment point of view, you know, more limited, more opportunity at the top end. So if the mints are taking this on board as well, for me, you're looking at a coin with a 500k mintage. This, for me, moving forward, that can be any Kookaburra. I'm no longer waiting on the design and thinking it's so similar to this great one here, I'm going to be stacking it in quantity. it's the mintage. That mintage straight away is off-putting. And then when you look at the Lunar 1 ounce BU, you're going to be looking at 300k. Those two things there are a no-no for me. In comparison to the swans, I hope I get this right, it's what, 25k? Then you got the emus at 30k, the birds of paradise at 50k. These are a fraction of what the kookaburras have to offer, and the lunar coins. Now, I have no doubt if the Perth Mint are smart on their upcoming releases. I don't know what they're going to do with the kookaburra designs, because I've mentioned even into these, this is a infinity series. They can take this on to the day they shut their doors. It has no end. It's with these coins you see them doing drastic moves, like removing certain coins in the range, not even doing the coin in a gold. I mean, they've got all these coins coming out in gold and silver, and they're not restricted like, you know, the American Mint or the Royal Mint and need these crazy legal legislations to produce more coins. So they could easily bring back the 2 ounces if they wanted to. They could easily produce the kookaburras in gold. They're going to need to do something radical to compete with the new line of coins, or their new way of producing, and their new, you know, their new model on how they're going to make it compare. Now, once again, this is just me. These coins have been up for a very long time. They could be appealing to the collectors that have been picking them up throughout the years. And for them, it's business as usual, nothing new. But I feel moving forward, it's going to be a lot harder for what they're going to implement with the kookaburra coins. But it's also going to be a lot more interesting. Once upon a time, I was saying, I know it's going to be interesting to see how they bring out Lunar 3 and what they're going to do from there. I couldn't care less what the images look like now. If it's going to be the same model in terms of mintage numbers, it's a straight no-no for me, because it straight off the bat it offers less opportunities than a lot of these other coins do. And that's just from a mintage perspective. You know, you have lower numbers over there as opposed to more numbers. It can be extremely desirable, but you're going to have less people, and it's going to clock on at some point. You know, the 1 ounce BU could sell out if they are selling them out. If it's not broke, I can't really see them fixing it, but they need to do what they're infamous for doing. I mean, with the 2 ounce proof coins, and this would be with their more higher premium stuff, once upon a time you could only get this coin in the free coin set, and then lo and behold, Perth went and shafted them and started releasing them in the 12 coin set. So it increased the mintages. That had a lot of the early adapters absolutely livid, and rightfully so. I mean, at the time I found it a little funny, because I was able to backtrack and collect the 2 ounce coins because they were more desirable, but they ultimately killed that. I don't know what they're doing on the secondary market. I'm very happy I ended up selling my 2 ounce coin sets when I did. As nice as they was, I just saw them offering less opportunity moving forward. Now, seeing what they're doing with implementing all these new mintage numbers and new ways of going about things, I really don't know what they're going to do with the kooks. You had them on this first issue here, bringing out the 5 ounce high relief coins. It was a big hit when it first came out, but once again, these big chunky coins now, in terms of resale, they're so-so. You know, you can put a price up, but what they're actually selling for is two different things. I did like the coin a lot. I still do. I'm very happy with the two that I have. But on these sizes, I killed them after, I believe, this issue here. I never carried on moving forward. Silent mention here would be the Krugerrands also. This is another series that I highly doubt, well, I can confidently say I won't be picking up. And this was the proof version. The number one thing I was asking when these came out was, is it going to be an ongoing thing? Is this going to be a yearly release? Or are we getting these in silver under proofs for this 1 year off? A lot of people at the time mentioned it was a one-off. We wouldn't be getting them coming back in and out. I think they absolutely failed with this release. I mean, it was a car crash, but it didn't stop them from re-bringing the coins back out. And it's a bit of a kick in the face for those that really were first ones running in to pick up this coin, because they paid high premiums on a BU coin with a mintage of 1 million. That's rivaling the Chinese pandas. And I understand they brought the mintages down on the 2018 releases. Too little too late for me. It being in silver for a 1 year release, that was the key points to me. It would have been very highly desirable. Even at those high numbers, the high 1 million mintage, I would have thought as time moved on and prices got lower, there would have been better opportunities to pick these up and move forward. It being a continuing release now yearly, it's dead in the water to me. You know, I thankfully got rid of those also. So looking at these here, it's more of the coins that at once upon a time I was really all for cheerleading and had high hopes in. I'm not quitting these series because, you know, any spotting issues. I'm not that, you know, it's more so that I can't see the opportunities that were once there now, as we have these new coins out with more desirable mintages, and the sky's the limit. You know, you get these in gold and in silver. A couple of things I could see them doing. They're most definitely going to need a gimmick to help revive these coins. If we're talking about the lunar coins, I really don't know what they're going to do. They do have options, as they can technically do what they've been doing with these lower mintage coins, but I think it could break tradition because they've got a good thing going there. Whether they're easily or happily selling out, I don't know if the BU coins sell out just well. It's not going to affect an individual that likes a new design of the Krugerrand and just wants to pick up one. As I said, I would stack these coins in large numbers to go on to hopefully flip them, but the numbers are more appealing on any of the other coins that I'm not even that into currently, and that would be the emu or the birds of paradise. I mean, why bother with the kookaburras for me? You know, I'm not a long time collector on these coins when the mintages over there offer better opportunities. When we look at the lunar coins, there's stronger competition now, definitely from the Rwandan boys, which one I openly favor for the mintage numbers and the rarity, unless, you know, shenanigans from the dealers that get first dibs or exclusivity. So moving forward, ways I could only see them reviving the Kookaburra series is doing nothing, you know, running into the ground. They haven't really spiced up for a long time. If you ask me, they brought out the 2 coin BU and proof highlighted. It's the first time and a proof in a long time. It'd be real nice to see the Kookaburra coins in gold again. I don't think they've ever really done that, from the pairing the silvers to the gold. Something they've never really done on an individual release. With Lunar series, I don't think they'll dump it. I mean, it would surprise me if they dumped come Lunar 3. There is no Lunar 3, but you could see them doing the same thing. I know they had their, as I mentioned, bit of a run here on these coins when they introduced more higher premium proof variants, but it's going to be very interesting. But as of now, moving forward, they're of no interest to me. You know, we're going to have the 2019 Kookaburra. I'm not eagerly awaiting or care what it looks like because of the mintage numbers, but I'm still going to be a Kook fan. As I was saying, I see better opportunities in going for the older ones. I'm always saying this, but you know, these had a 300k mintage. I don't believe these hit the 300k. They're a lot more mature. You can still pick up a lot of these older ones for decent prices with some looking about. Moving forward, I mean, even with 2016, this was good, but I mean, look, 2016, we're 2 years from now. You can still pick these up for a fairly decent cheap price from certain dealers. So as I've said, this would have been the last one I picked up in quantity purely because of that. But I don't know. I think they're going to be more stuck in the mud with the Kooks. That's if they want to change anything and bring more fresh blood into it. You know, the old collectors are getting on a bit. But be interesting to hear from you guys which coins series you eventually gave up on and for what reasons. Or do you agree? Do you think these coins can do good by themselves? They're totally separate from the current releases. This is their old stock. The new ones are the new stock, and you don't think it's going to really affect sales or anything to the likes of. The mint does take active actions to keep these coins in the forefront and full of life. So it's going to be interesting to see what course of the action they're going to do. I mean, they've just had their 2017 releases with the privies and the likes of. Are we going to continue to get the privy varied with the Kooks? They're really privying the hell out of them. With the Lunars, I believe they do the animal privies on certain ones, but not as harsh. But you know, next year we get a revamp from Perth, so it's going to be real interesting to see what they do from there. But for me, I'm going to be standing and looking at these coins on the sidelines. So it'll be fantastic to know what you guys intend to do with these coins. Are you just a normal collector and the odd 1 or 2 for your stack does absolutely nothing? I totally agree. Still fantastic getting these coins. I mean, Perth still do hold the crown. They've got the most, you know, funding behind them in terms of the people that really do collect their stuff and know that they do good quality stuff. So not taking nothing away from their quality, it's just that they've brought these new coins out, and I feel they're going to need to do something to the older ones to make the new ones less attractive. Or why ain't you, especially if you're picking up for an investment perspective. So hate or love it, guys. It'd be fantastic to know what you think of this video. Don't forget to come and follow me on the links that I've left in the description. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.